collection. These are live bulbs.
They are.
And I'm going to ask your expertise on how to plant them.
Absolutely.
Because I think for a lot of people, they know the plants are beautiful, the flowers are beautiful. They want to make sure they're doing the bulbs right. So I'm going to ask you. This has already been very popular. And you're getting 4 bulbs in this pack up. Are they all different colors?
They are. So what we're seeing here, this is the Anushka. If, you know, beauty and elegance and delicious fragrance is important to you in a flower, David, this is a must-have collection. So we saw the Anushka, now we're looking at the Doria, and you'll notice they all have a little bit of different sass and style. The Doria is a watermelon pink with freckles and beautiful edges around her petals. This is the Leona. She's new this year, actually, and she is just a pure, elegant white. Absolutely stunning. And last but not least, this is the Michaela, which you can notice right away just the layers and layers of petals. And that's what makes the rose lily so much better than typical other Oriental lilies.
Some of these colors remind me of stargazer lilies.
You are absolutely right.
My mom is a big fan of stargazer lilies.
Is she? Well, then she will really love these rose lilies. I know you said it's her birthday coming up.
She's got a birthday on the 6th of April.
Yes. You know,
coming up.
That's
it's a milestone
right.
birthday. I'm not allowed to tell you how old she is.
That's
but,
okay. Happy birthday almost.
She's got a milestone birthday coming up on the 6th of April.
Right, so you mentioned, you nailed it, David. So typically the lilies that we're used to seeing look like this. This is that stargazer lily.
And they have that
pollen.
That pollen.
Which stains our clothes and it's poisonous to our pets.
But these don't have pollen on them.
These do not. So you'll notice this stargazer only has 6 petals also. What you're seeing here is one stem of your rose lily. You have 4 flowers on one stem and they are absolutely stunning. There's 18 to 24 petals, so that's 3 times the amount.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Now, do these like a lot of sun or a little bit of sun?
They do like sun, and you know, these are something that are gonna start to bloom for you towards the middle and end of summer, which I love because by that time, it's very, very hot, and most of our other flowers have already tuckered out. They can't handle it, but that's when these rose lilies really start to shine.
Now, will we see flowers this season?
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about planting them because this is what you receive.
Right.
You receive, we're going to come back and show you, you get bulbs. Now, the bulbs are all different colors.
Yep.
All 4 types.
Yes, and they will be marked individually when you receive them so you know exactly which one is which.
All right, so I'm going to hand these to Steph, and then she's going to go over to the potting mix, and she's going to show us how to plant them.
I would love to. So my grandfather, Ernest, Roberta's husband, David, he used to say these are too dumb to die. So as elegant and beautiful as they really are that easy. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of bulb anatomy. These are the roots. So you want your roots always down. In the soil. Here we have.
Well, can we expect roots to be on the bulbs when we get them?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, because these are farm fresh bulbs. These are going to be perfectly ready to go when you receive them. So actually, I have our 15-inch party planter here, David, and I'm just going to nestle. Would you mind tilting that
I'm just going to tilt it this way.
Thank you so much.
Oh, it disappeared.
Well, it's gone. I planted it. It's that fast. So I'm just going to nestle these about 2 inches down.
And then water these in well?
In these potting mix, exactly. Now, this collection, bada boom, that's all you got to do. You're going to water them in.
How deep was that?
Just 2 inches.
2 inches?
Yep.
And then cover them.
And then cover them with soil, give them water. But then, David, the really nice thing about this collection is we actually have included the Roberta's Bounty. So this is the full bag. This is our customer's absolute favorite fertilizer.
This is what we get?
Yes, we are giving you a sample. And that sample is really going to ensure that you get as many flowers as possible.
And this you mix with water?
Correct. So that's going to give you an entire gallon of fertilizer, which is perfect amount for your rose lilies.
Now, when you say water them in, do you recommend the
fertilizer?
Plant food?
No, you don't want to use your fertilizer. It's a great question. You don't want to fertilize until you start to see some growth.
Okay.
Then you will use your fertilizer about once every 2 weeks. And what we just planted, David, you're going to have flowers like I have here in my hand. I want to show this one again because it really is spectacular. Most lilies, like that stargazer we saw, you're only going to have 1 flower per stem.
For this season, we've taken orders for 12,000, and we have 4,800 left.
For the season.
For the season. Now, if this is in your shopping cart on QVC.com, check out right now. And I say that with some force.
Yes.
Because a lot of people think, well, it's in my shopping cart, it's safe. It's only safe there for a short amount of time.
That's
the
right.
folks at QVC.com are sneaky. And if you don't take action, they release the inventory back into general population.
Right, and our season is almost over.
Anybody can do it. Some folks are already receiving their Robertas.
Yes.
Others will be receiving it soon.
Right, that's
So
right.
it's important to know, if today's weather was any indication,
Oh man,
oh my.
I know it.
I went out to check the mail and I was like, and usually I'm in my flannel pajamas
right.
and a t-shirt.
Yep.
And I'm chilly going out to the mailbox. And I went out today, I was like, oh my word.
You need your
it's lovely
flip-flops
out-
on.
It's lovely out here.
I know it.
I know you carried your trash out
I
today in
did,
flip-flops.
I did.
Don't miss this, because what we're talking about is something that takes full sun, a little bit of water, a lot of water.
These are pretty drought tolerant. And you know, David, these are something that gardeners are going to really absolutely fall in love with. This is something for maybe the specialized gardener. If you want something new and different, you recognize how special these Roselilies are. But if you're a beginner gardener, like I said earlier, my grandfather said they're too dumb to die. And he was not the gardener of the family. My grandmother was. So
Roberta.
if he could say that, then you know that they were easy to grow, because they really are a cinch. Bulbs are a beautiful place to start. And then we are, you know, setting you up for success also, because we're including this sample pack of our customer top rated fertilizer, this Roberta's Bounty. All you have to do with this is mix it in a gallon of water, and then you're gonna have fertilizer that lasts you all season long.
Oh, wow. And you're only using the fertilizer how often?
About once every 2 weeks. It's that simple. And you're gonna start to see these flowers. And I should mention, David, you know, looking at this bouquet, you would think that these are kind of high maintenance. They have to be grown somewhere tropical. That is not the case. These are one of our most winter hardy
And none
plants.
of that weird pollen that
None
gets
of the weird
on our
pollen.
clothes and our hands.
That's right. But you still get that beautiful
Fragrance.
I'll invite you to have a little moment.
I mean,
Isn't that
it's
heavenly?
like everything you love about the lilies minus the pollen.
Yes, that's right. And I actually find that this fragrance is a little more subtle, because, you know, sometimes the lilies can be overpowering. This, all you need is a couple of these flowers in a small little vase like that, and it is the most beautiful centerpiece on your tables.
Don't miss this. And I should tell you that for the season now, we've taken orders for over 12,000, and we have how many remaining? 4,400 remaining. You're getting 4 bulbs.
Yes.
Each bulb is a different color.
That's right.
And how far apart should we plant these?
Well, you know, so we planted all 4 in this 15-inch, not whiskey barrel, party planter. And so they're only a few inches apart. If you do want to put them in the ground, which you absolutely can, I honestly like to tuck mine pretty close, about 2 to 3 inches apart. So if that's your style, maybe consider picking up a few of these collections. The really beautiful thing about the Rose Lily, David, is you can tuck these in anywhere. So let's say you grabbed that lavender, or maybe you're growing our daylilies this summer. The nice thing is I'm gonna actually dig one of these up really fast just so that I can show you guys. These bulbs, they really are as easy as just kind of nestling them into the soil anywhere in the garden beds, and then they're going to shoot up these absolutely stunning flowers.
Yeah, and don't be nervous about covering up their little heads.
No, you want to do that.
Because they need to be covered.
Yep.
And well watered in, but don't use the plant food to water them in. Use regular water.
Correct, that's right.
And then use the plant food once every couple weeks.
That's absolutely right, once you start to see the growth. And if we could run through the lifestyle images one more time, just so we can see the 4 varieties, because this collection, we have brought Roselilies in the past, and this collection is really special, David, because you'll notice here, we have that Leona, that pure white. And growing a pure white flower in the garden is very special because it allows the other colors to glow during the day, but then she really shines in the evening. So here you're seeing the Anushka, which is a favorite that we had to bring her back this year. She's actually a white flower with pink edges on each petal. Absolutely stunning. And then you have the Doria, which is my favorite because it's like a watermelon pink with freckles, with frilly edges on every petal.
It kind of looks like the Stargazer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So these are like the cool cousin to the Stargazer. They have all the, you know, the best qualities. You're going to have more petals than that Stargazer, no pollen than like the Stargazer. This is that Leona that I mentioned, pure white, elegant, absolutely heaven. And then last but not least is the Michaela, which I do think looks almost exactly like the Stargazer, but with
That's
three times
even more like it.
three times the petals. That's right.
And I love I love your word freckles. It looks like it has freckles.
That's right, absolutely.
Oh my word.
That's actually Devin's house. So he planted all of his in that one container down there. And when they start to grow, it's like a living bouquet. They are stunning.
Devin, come in here. Is that where you live now?
Yes, that's here in Westchester.
Oh, that's here in
That's his
Westchester,
wife.
PA.
Yep, and there's my wife.
There's your
pregnancy.
wife prior to the little boy that arrives in July.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Oh my word. Hey, Derek Walling, come out here, sir. Hard to believe our 2-hour show is over.
I
Wow.
know.
I want to thank all of you for
Thank
being
you.
here. I've been with QVC since dirt. So I remember your grandmother. I met her one
Yep,
time.
yep.
I worked with your father.
That's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I worked with your uncles.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's so exciting to have the fourth generation now.
Thank
here.
you so much.
always
Nice to
great
have you
working with
all
you,
with us. Be sure and stick around because we've got more live shopping on QVC1. I'm headed over to QVC2 for 2 hours of temptation.
All right.
Awesome.
So it's, I mean, the fun and the live shopping does not end. So stick around. Lisa Lesort will join me, and we have tons of items coming up.
Fantastic.
Now, Beekman is coming up next on Channel 1 here on QVC, and I'll be on Channel 2 with Temptations. We love counter programming, so you get to see the best.
Oh,
of
yeah.
it.
There you go.
Yeah, there you are. And stay on the line for any of the Roberta's plants, and you can also shop the show on the QVC mobile app or go on to QVC.com. It's quick and easy. Thank you all so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you, David.
Bye-bye, everyone.